Hi, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so happy to have you here. From the last episode, we talked about starting your own business. I was giving you a story of my own, how I was able to do it. And as we know, it's not easy, as many of you have been saying, even in the comment section. So what I did is to bring you someone who has done it. So you not only hear from me, but you hear from someone else who has overcome the fear of working for someone else and starting their own empire. Today is the day. Stay with me.
How come? Because, they're closed up. They want to think these kind of big things are for those people.
Oh my God. Stay with me. We do those people.
Yes.
You get yourself
and if you want,
out.
if you get into like interviewing them to understand which are those people you're giving every good thing to
them.
It is for them. They even don't know which people. So that is
Maybe
it.
in others they mean to say not for me.
How about you woke up one morning and saw yourself among those people you're referring to? Because we all have the energies. We can do
legs,
it.
2 eyes.
We can do it. So we are JX Barrister Training Institute. We are registered with the UAE government, as a full institute, doing vocational courses.
Okay.
Because I was telling you how we came about. Because I was looking at those people who really wanted to venture into other jobs because they were not happy where they were working. Not necessarily that they wanted to run out of the contracts that they were serving in, but they were like, at the end of this contract, I don't want to renew. What else can I do hereafter? So then I was trying to help them understand that now that you've realized you don't want to repeat that same job, another 2 years.
Yes.
That is the opportunity for you to understand the much you need to put in you so you can get the other job that you want. That is the skill. That other job you're admiring. What does it require?
It takes the skill.
Yes, it requires me to learn this and this and that. So, have you taken the trouble to get those skills into you? Have you taken the trouble to dress yourself up to fit into that other job, even before this contract ends?
So the
you read your
preparation
time. You start preparing yourself.
Yeah.
Don't wait until when the contract ends and then you start fumbling around looking here and there. Because many have done that.
Yes.
Many have done that and they failed. And many of them have ended up exiting, not because they wanted to exit back to their home countries, but it's because they didn't prepare themselves.
They didn't plan.
So I help people understand that for something you want to see materialize in the next 2 years, you should start it right now. Work on it now. You want to get the other job that is paying you probably maybe 1,000 more or 2,000 more than what you're earning. Try to find out, what does it take? What do they require?
As you sign the new contract, you plan. If you know you don't want to renew that contract, you begin the planning as you sign. So you know by the end of the contract, at least you're somewhere.
As you're here in this contract, serving your contract diligently, by the way, because God blesses people that are faithful. He blesses the faithful. Never think you'll run out of this contract just like that and you want to get the other. Keep serving in this contract, but utilize your off time, maybe your off duty, to get the skill, to build yourself to that level.
You might even find that the company that you are in will take you on in another position.
Oh yes,
and even
because you'll have
lifted
lifted yourself up. Exactly. Maybe it could be the looks. You're no longer unkempt, you're just moving, you're moving anyhow, your hair is, I don't know, but you want to get the other job. You understand. So this is the upskilling. Many of us have not understood the fact that we need to work on ourselves to fit in what we are admiring to get.
So it's not only the skill, but also the personality.
Oh, yes.
Which is very important.
Yes. So this is what we do. As I talk to the people, especially on our live shows, they get to know that, okay, I think I need to do this and this and this before the contract ends.
The more they hear it, they understand.
If it needs you to go for a course, a short course like what we are doing, barrister course, of course we are going to enroll other courses, maybe catering and all the others. Then that means I'll utilize my off duty or my free time to go and do this course
True.
Yeah? Remember, you're on somebody's visa. You're on a company's visa. So you're not worried about visa.
Yeah? You're diligently serving the company
at the
same time, utilizing the time you would have been doing something unimportant, so to say.
Yeah, but you're maximizing your opportunities in the free time you have, such that by the time you're about to end this contract, maybe 4, 3, 2 months to go, you're already a skilled individual in the other profession, in the other job that you're seeking for. Yes. You're already having, probably there could be papers, if at all they will ask you for certificates. Like, for example, being that we are a fully registered institute, at the end of the training, you get yourself a certificate
that you can present.
And this certificate is not just concocted in a given way. Like, people may think, or have always been thinking that, you can go to some corner somewhere in data and design up a given certificate. No, this certificate is given us by the government of here.
That's amazing.
So that means the certificate is very valid.
It's recognized.
It's recognized. You can use it anywhere. Like, you studied as a teacher in your home country. You got yourself that degree, that diploma of a teacher. That even if you went to a given school asking for a job of a teacher, they will look at that certificate and know that you're indeed a teacher. And they'll give you the job. So is the same with this barrister thing. Okay? Yes. So it is this that we are telling people to do. And you train in your free time. At the end of it all, as you're ending your contract, you're already looking for a job. So you're not going to be pushed into renewing a contract.
Yes.
You're not on pressure at all. You're doing those things, counting or realizing the time that you have.
Well planned.
You're planning your things well. So this is it.
Exactly. Yeah. So what about the education levels? Must the person have had maybe a degree, diploma before they can come to your institute, or they can come as they are? What is the minimum qualification?
Surprising, not at all. You don't need to have any papers.
You come as
neither do you need to be of a given nationality.
Yes.
Or should you be of a different color for you to attain this skill. For example, if I said, all of us being human beings, we know that we have to eat.
True.
In particular hours of the day, we have to eat. So, so as we grow up, as we're being groomed into adulthood, we learn here, and how we learn, God knows. But we learn how to cook different kinds of food, right?
That's true, yes.
It doesn't require you to go to school to learn how to cook. But it's a necessity that you must learn how to cook, because in a given time you'll be alone and you'll need to eat.
You'll need to feed yourself.
Yes. So you'll know how to cook that rice. So this is the same thing. For a barrister course, you don't require to have a given paper degree or diploma, or somebody finished grade 10 or grade 12. No.
You come as you are.
As you are. As an adult. That is why I'm talking to all of us as expatriates. But knowing that you're in a place that is earning you very less.
I'm going to ask a question. The way someone asked, it was in Luganda, meaning, how did you even do it? So I would like us to talk about that part of having a license in the country, because really it's something that we should emphasize. If you want to start up your own empire, I call it an empire because it's huge anyway. It's growing without limit. So if you want to start your own, it's very important to obey the rules of the country that you're starting the empire in. So at that same part, I'm going to be speaking to our guest, Miss Jane. For you at Checks, how did you not take it for granted that you need a license before you can start operating?
Okay. Thank you so much. That is a very good question, actually. But like I told you, I brought myself out first by talking to myself and saying, I want to do this. I want to help people improve themselves. I want to help people understand that where they are isn't the best there is.
It could be.
There are other opportunities. So if I bring myself out today and I say I'm going to use my leg, my hands to pull others up, then that means I should first establish myself. And make sure that the level at which I am standing is that stable, that strong, to hold me, so I can pull the other
people,
to greater levels. So this is it. Us being expatriates in the UAE makes us understand that this is not our home.
It is not our home. We're just going
This is
through.
not your father's chivanja.
Exactly.
Yeah? You must do according to how the government in this place is decided.
Yes. What they
So even that
require.
company where you're working, they are in service because they are meeting the rules and regulations of the country. So if you also want to start up something and you're really sure you want it to be well established so it can stand and do the service for which you want it to do, I mean, do what you're supposed to do.
Do the right thing.
Yes. So the upskilling we are talking about requires people getting skills, learning something, coming literally to class so they study. And after they've studied, what will show that they really studied and acquired a given skill?
Certificates.
The proof. You get me?
Yes.
So all that had to push me into doing what is right. It really had to push me into doing what is right. Not that it is very easy. Anyone can just wake up and do something like this. No, but it's because, I mean, the zeal that I have of seeing people grow from a given level, maybe 1, maybe 2, to level 5, was pushing me into doing right.
What is right,
Yes.
which has actually paid you off, paid off.
Yes.
Okay. I would like to request you to address the people who have the fear to start. If not the only reason, amongst the biggest reasons why people don't start, it's actually, if it's not the only reason, then it's amongst the biggest reasons why people don't do their own businesses. The fear to start. How did you overcome that fear?
Okay. So, like you've addressed it, it's fear. And most of the times it's fear of what you don't know.
Fear of the unknown.
Yeah. You if anybody asks you, what are you fearing? You can't openly
even
say it
describe,
that I'm fearing this, because you even don't know what you're fearing. You get me?
Yeah.
So after me understanding that, I mean, fear is one of the enemies of growth. If you wanted to grow, put fear away.
Aside.
You'll grow. Like I gave an example of a child. If they put fear before them, that if I stood up I'll fall and I'll hurt myself, they'll never stand.
So if you just put the fear behind
But
you,
they've put the fear away because it's one enemy to
of
growth.
success, true.
They put the fear away and they stand. Whatever comes, let it come. They'll fall, but they'll still get up. So this is the same thing. I'm encouraging people. Is there anything that you want to do? That is if you've even had a chance to sit down to look into what you would want to do. Because many of us have a lot of noise from this end and that end that is preventing us from listening to ourselves. And because we've failed to listen to ourselves, we are stunted. We are not growing, especially financially. We are not growing. Why? Because we've allowed there's so much noise that is all around. Social media, noise from your relatives, noise from those you call your friends, noise from all around.
Because it will never cease.
Yes,
it
will
keeps
not.
on going.
It is up to you to close your ears to this end and say, I've had enough, now you, I'll not listen. I've had enough, now you, I'll not listen. For you, I'll open my eyes and my attention to you. Let me listen. It is up to you. You can choose to listen to the baggage
or
to listen to what is important.
Now, that's where I would like to ask you something. At one point, when you were starting, is there one point that you felt like, but what if it doesn't work out? Because like even the smallest bit, inch of it, like what if, because I mean, you're starting and you don't know what tomorrow holds for you, for the business. So did you ever have that moment when you felt like, what if it doesn't work out?
Of course, yes.
How did you?
We are humans.
How did you overcome that obstacle?
We are humans.
Yes.
We are humans. That feel happens. And remember, everything here takes money.
Exactly.
It's not just you presenting yourself and you say, okay, I want the license. I want to start a company. No, it goes with
a lot of cash.
And that money, you may have scratched here and there. And most of the times, you've even gotten loans. for something you want to start up. Of course, that fear is there. That fear is there. But then you go back to why you wanted to.
Okay.
It is the strength that will keep on pushing you. There will be a time when you'll wake up and, you really feel in your spirit you're low. You're low. But if God, if there's anything that will ever help you to move at a given speed, always, moving forwards, it is you getting back to your mission, your vision, and read it. If you can actually write it somewhere and read it always. So you say, I said, by this age, I must have done this. Then you get to see that
age reaches and you look shy.
Yes, you're sitting and it's like you're giving up. Then there will be a little strength in you that will keep on building after you having reminded yourself
about your
mission. You'll rise up and you'll go forward.
And you keep going.
Remember, every step you take, there will be a fear of the unknown. There will be a fear.
Oh, so it never stops.
It will never stop. We are human beings.
So you stop the fear.
We are living in a world where there's a lot of pressure here and there, and there's also enemies, known and unknown, by the way.
Yes, true.
So it is up to you to realize that, yes, and recognize them, that appreciate that they're there, but then you get to understand that the only way for me to move forward is to put them away.
Keep focused.
Yes.
And keep going.
Or pretend as though you're not seeing them.
But there are sometimes when you feel, okay, you start your business, and there's sometimes when you feel, okay, now you've overcome the fear, now you've begun the business, yes, but there are times when you feel a bit stressed. How do you take care of your mental health during that moment? When, things are called, the responsibility is calling, and that moment when it's like full of chaos, because it's nature, it happens. How do you overcome that?
Thank you so much. I remember telling you that it's very important that we do what we love to do, because it's one way of getting a treatment.
True.
Yeah. Because the fact is, being that we are living things, we are living things.
We are.
Yes, we grow. But for growth to happen, there are forces that do really affect us here and there in different areas of life.
Inevitable forces.
Yes, so you cannot say there will be no pressures, there will be no stress of the kind, there will be no challenges. Those are always going to be there for you. Sure. And learn to embrace them when they come, because when they come, they're coming for you to grow.
Okay.
As you're working your way out of them, you're growing. You're growing. So, like I said, loving what you're doing what you love to do. And after you starting to do what you love to do, keep yourself at the angle of loving it, because so many people have started up something when they really have that zeal for it, they love it, and then
when several
years down the road, they start going low.
Losing the morale because they've chosen to move their focus from what was interesting them in what they're doing to something different. So are you loving what you're doing? That is the first bit. Then are you keeping yourself, renewing your strength into loving it? That is the other bit of treatment. That also, if whatever challenge will come your way, you'll get back to the fact that, you're enjoying it. Oh, so you keep on rejuvenating yourself. To keep loving what you were loving before you started it.
Yes. So this is it. So given this company, of course there are challenges there. Financial, leave that alone.
Yes.
Leave that alone. Other challenges being that we are working with humans. So and so said what?
Yes.
So that can also put have some backward force onto you. And then also looking at this kind of challenge that requires you to maybe go through so and so, which so and so is not willing to present themselves to help you here and there. So many kind of challenges. So many of them, they are there. But because, you choose to always get back to that bit that you enjoy that factor.
It helps you forget.
Yes, it helps you to rejuvenate yourself. Okay.